students. Last class we have discussed about the reaction quotient QC and what is the relation between the QC and KC here, and how we can predict the rate of reaction, or the we can say the direction of the reaction. That also we discussed. So today we are discussing about the calculating the equilibrium concentration. Suppose you are given with a reaction and you have to find out what is the equilibrium concentration of reactant and product at the time of equilibrium, that you have to find out. Okay, so here we can see here 5 steps are there. You have to follow these 5 steps. First step is the write the balanced chemical equation for the reaction. Second is the under the balanced equation, make a table that lists for each substance involved in the reaction. We have to consider initial concentration, the change in concentration on going to equilibrium, and the equilibrium concentration. Okay, so these 3 conditions we have to consider. Okay, next one we are coming. And you have to determine, means that use the stoichiometry of the reaction to determine the concentration of the other substances in terms of X. So that also we'll discuss. So this is the second step. There you have to find out the initial concentration as well the concentration at the equilibrium in terms of X. Substitute the equilibrium concentration into the equilibrium equation for the reaction and solve for X. Okay, if you need to solve by quadratic equation, you can solve also that one. That also you can take the help. And step 4, calculate the equilibrium concentration from the calculated value of X. Okay, and then check your results by substituting them into the equilibrium equation. So first you have to write the balanced equation, then you have to find out the concentration by in terms of X, then we have to get the result of X by applying, if it needs, quadratic equation, and then we can find out the calculated value of X and equilibrium concentration and check your result by substituting them. Now we are coming one problem so you can understand very properly here. So problem 7.8, what is coming to us? 13.8 gram of N2O4 was placed in a 1 liter reaction vessel at 400 Kelvin. Okay, so 13.8 gram of N2O4 was placed in a 1 liter of reaction vessel at 400 Kelvin and allowed to attain the equilibrium. The reaction is given in front of you, and what you have to find out, the total pressure at equilibrium was found to be 9.15 bar. Okay, and then we are coming 9.85 bar, it is coming as at equilibrium pressure. Calculate क्या क्या pressure calculate करना है, Kc, Kp and partial pressure at equilibrium. Okay, so one by one we will be writing here so you can understand very properly what is given to us. First step, what is the first step here? We have to write down the equation. Which equation? Balanced equation. So now I am writing the balanced equation here. What is that? Now N2O4, it is in gaseous state, is converted into 2NO2, that is also in gaseous state. So now we have to find out, देखो, on what are given to us. Now it is given to us that 13.8 gram of N2O4 is taken. N2O4 is equals to 13.8 gram. Okay, and it is coming about the next is coming temperature is given to us, it is coming 400 Kelvin. Okay, and at the time of equilibrium total pressure है ना, तो total pressure at the time of equilibrium is coming as which one? 9.15 bar. Clear? This is the condition, it is in front of you. So first of all, total pressure when at equilibrium, that of course you have to write down. So at equilibrium it is actually coming as total pressure. So we have to find out the initial pressure. ओके, तो इनिशियल प्रेशर कैसे फाइंड आउट करें? इनिशियल प्रेशर के लिए हमारे पास कुछ भी नहीं है, बस दिस टू आर गिवन. So by applying these two, we can find out the initial pressure. So for that, which formula we have to apply here? PV equals to nRT. Am I clear? So here N2O4 is given, T is given, R all of we know. the gas constant, universal gas constant. So, and we can find out the volume also. It is, volume is also given to us. What is the volume given to us? 1 liter. The container is in the vessel is 1 liter. That means volume is 1 liter here. So by applying this, we can find out the pressure what is taken at the initial, because at a container you are taking the N2O4 that is of 13.8 gram बस, and the container is 1 liter. That is only given to us. तो आपको दोनों की एट इक्विलिब्रियम टाइम में उसकी पार्शियल प्रेशर फाइंड आउट करना है, उसकी केपी फाइंड आउट करना है, उसकी केसी फाइंड आउट करना है, और उसकी पार्शियल प्रेशर मीन्स PN2O4 एज वेल एज PNO2 you have to find out at equilibrium. This is the question given to us. So at the initial, if we find out the pressure, so total pressure the equilibrium we can already given to us. So by applying these two, we can get the equilibrium concentration or equilibrium partial pressure. We'll show that one how it is. So now PV equals to nRT. So first of all, we have to find out the N. N means number of mole. So how to find out? Now first we are molar mass. So molar mass of which one? N2O4. So what is coming here? 14 into 2 plus 16 into 4. That is coming 28 plus 64. So it is coming 2 and 92. Clear now? So 92 gram per mole is coming is the molar mass. So what will be the mole? So number of mole. That means mole. What is coming here? The mole equals to given mass 13.8 gram is given to us divided by मोलर मास है ना 92 ग्राम. Okay, so 13.8 gram divided by 92 gram. So what is coming here? That is coming 0.15 है ना mole. This is coming mole. So mole we have got here. So now we are applying this mole in PV equals to nRT. So what is coming here? So pressure we have to find out. So here it is coming N equals to which one? 0.15. 0.15 divided by 1 into 1 means it is coming volume, N by V we can say, and R is 0.083 bar liter per mole per Kelvin, and it is coming temperature is coming here 400 Kelvin. Okay. So by multiplying that one, what we are getting here? We are getting 4.98 bar. Clear now? So this is the pressure. This is the initial pressure. Now again I am writing the same equation, that is N2O4 is converted into 2NO2. Clear now? So initial pressure is which one? Now 4.98 bar. At that time it is coming 0. So I am coming here initial condition. शुरुआत में क्या था ना, अपने only this much amount is taken in a container. ओके आपके टोटल प्रेशर एट द इक्विलिब्रियम गिवन है 9.15. बस इतना तक ये देख के रखा है. तो हम लोगों ने इनिशियल प्रेशर फाइंड आउट कर ली 4.98 बार. सो एट दैट टाइम NO2 वाज नॉट प्रोड्यूस्ड बिकॉज इट इज स्टार्टिंग. इनिशियल कंडीशन ओनली रिएक्टेंट्स आर देयर. नाउ एट द इक्विलिब्रियम, okay, at the equilibrium what is happening now? Now we consider that in terms of x, means x bar is reduced or taking part in reaction. So definitely 2x bar is produced here. NO2 is क्योंकि 2 मोल स्टोकियोमेट्रिक कोएफिशिएंट कितना है 2 है. तो अगर x बार इधर से रिड्यूस्ड हुआ है तो डेफिनेटली 2x बार विल बी प्रोड्यूस्ड देयर. Am I clear now? So this is also in bar because we have to find out the concentration at equilibrium in terms of x. That is the third step is over. Okay, now we have to find out the x here. So now this is the equilibrium condition, and already it is given to us at the equilibrium total pressure is which one? 9.15. Already it is given to us total pressure at the equilibrium 9.15. So that means at the equilibrium this total pressure is 9.15. So can you not write down here 9.15 equals to 4.98 minus x plus 2x. इन दोनों का टोटल प्रेशर ये आएगा इक्विलिब्रियम में. तो ठीक है, इसमें से हम x को फाइंड आउट कर लेते हैं. तो 4.98 प्लस x इक्वल्स टू इट इज कमिंग 9.15 और x इक्वल्स टू इज कमिंग हियर 9.15 माइनस 4.98 इट इज कमिंग 4.17 बार. Okay, always I am writing in bar. Now, what we have to find out here, now partial pressure at the time of equilibrium, means we have to find out the P into O4. How we can find out? Already it is given here 4.98 minus X P into O4 at the equilibrium. At the equilibrium, partial pressure of N2O4 is which one? This one. So now we are coming 4.98 minus 4. X की value कितना है? 4.17. That means it is coming 0.81 bar. Clear? And partial pressure of which one? NO2. How we can get that one? Look at here. Partial pressure of NO2 कैसे आ रहे? So this is coming twice X. So 2 into X की value कितना है? Now 4.17. That means it is coming 8.34 bar. Am I clear? So this is coming, all are coming in bar here now. Now we have to find out the Kp. Okay. So Kp is which one? पार्शियल प्रेशर अगर गिवन है तो आप केपी कैसे फाइंड आउट करोगे इसके, बिकॉज बोथ आर इन गैसियस स्टेट. सो डेफिनेटली आपको कॉन्सेंट्रेशन से आप फाइंड आउट नहीं कर सकते. आपको कैसे फाइंड आउट करना है? पार्शियल प्रेशर से, क्योंकि गैसियस स्टेट में है ये. तो केपी इक्वल्स टू व्हाट यू कैन राइट डाउन. ना प्रोडक्ट क्या है? ना पी NO2 दैट इज टू द पावर 2 है ना. पार्शियल प्रेशर ऑफ NO2 टू द पावर 2 डिवाइडेड बाई व्हाट इज कमिंग P N2O4. Am I clear now? So Kp we can find out by applying this formula. That means 8.34 whole square divided by 0.81. What is the answer coming here? 85.87. This is the Kp. So Kp we got, है ना. And by applying Kp, Kc can we get? So Kp equals to Kc into RT to the power delta n. So what is delta n here? Delta n is the delta n is 2 minus 1. That means it is coming Kc का वैल्यू कितना है इधर ना 85.87 and into RT to the power 2 minus 1, that is 1 है ना. 2 minus 1, it is coming 1 delta n. So it is coming 85.87 and into what is coming here na 0.083 into T is what is coming here now 400. So this one is what is coming here. This is that 85.8, that is Kc, and it is coming, sorry, 85.8 is Kp. So we cannot multiply here. It is Kc here and this one is Kp is coming here. Sorry, this is Kc here and Kp is here 85.87. Clear now? So now we have to find out the Kp. तो Kc हमें फाइंड आउट करना है. तो Kc इक्वल्स टू व्हाट यू कैन गेट हियर ना. Kc इज हियर एक्चुअली 85.87 डिवाइडेड बाय 0.083 into 400. That means it is coming, what is coming here? 2.586. That means it is coming here 2.6. So this is the Kc and we have got here Kp as well. And as well as we can got there ये 3 question you have. That means partial pressure of N2O4 at equilibrium and partial pressure of NO2 at equilibrium and Kp value आपको find out करना था. Kp already got here. Kp already got here. This is the Kp value and by applying Kp value we got the Kc value. So all the questions we got here. So here steps already again I am saying. First step is this one. That is the write the balanced chemical equation, and second one is that we are finding out the initial concentration. This is the second step by which we got the initial concentration. How we can got here initial concentration or initial partial pressure. This is the second step. Third step, in terms of X we are finding out the equilibrium concentration. This is the third step here. Fourth step is coming here. We can find out the calculate the equilibrium concentration and you can got here the X value. X value we got. So by applying the X value we can get the, this is the fourth step, the partial pressure we can got here, and take your result by substituting them in the equilibrium concentration. So last one is the fifth one. Fourth and fifth one lagbhag same. So this is the rules or the we can say the steps we can follow here to calculate the equilibrium concentration. Okay, so one more is also given to us. I just request you to follow this problem also. If you have any doubt you can ask me. Now we are coming for the second step, that is the relationship between equilibrium constant K, reaction quotient Q and Gibbs free energy, that is G. Okay, so this already we know that one कि gives free energy if it is negative then the reaction is spontaneous. Already thermodynamics में आप पढ़ चुके ये चीज and proceeds in forward direction. So delta G अगर negative हो तो reaction will be proceeding in forward direction. If delta G is positive then reaction is considered non-spontaneous. Instead, as a reverse reaction would have negative delta G, the product of the forward reaction shall be converted to the reactant. So that is actually coming about the forward reaction shall be converted to the reactant. Here product जो था forward reaction वो reactant में convert हो जाएगा और delta G जब zero है reaction has achieved equilibrium. Okay, so this is a three condition: delta G negative, delta G positive and delta G zero. So now mathematical representation already we got in the thermodynamics. What is the mathematical representation to get the Gibbs free energy and the QC? What is the mathematical representation here? Now delta G equals to delta G naught plus RT ln QC. We are representing here reaction quotient, means any time you can see find out any time of that reaction quotient you can apply by this applying formula, by this formula. So now when delta G naught, in case that is standard Gibbs free energy, all of you know this is called the standard Gibbs free energy, and next one we are coming Gibbs free energy. And next we are coming for, so we can see at the time of equilibrium, what you can say, at equilibrium delta G naught equals to 0. Gibbs free energy is 0, standard Gibbs free energy is 0. So what we can write down here? So instead of that one, standard Gibbs free not 0, here delta G equals to 0. Okay, so delta G equals to 0. So Q equals to, at the time of equilibrium, Q equals to Kc. Equilibrium constant, or here G equals to 0. So what you can write down here? 0 equals to Gibbs free energy 0 जब equilibrium condition. So at equilibrium, what you can write down? Delta G equals to 0, and here it is coming delta G naught, standard Gibbs free energy, plus RT ln, we are writing here Kc. Am I clear now? So delta G naught equals to what you can write down? Minus RT ln Kc. अभी माइनस आर टी एल एन केसी से अगर आपको फाइंड आउट करना है लॉग में कन्वर्ट करना है तो क्या करना है? माइनस आर टी लॉग केसी, लॉग वैल्यू जब आएगा तो उसके पहले आपको क्या करना है ना 2.303 एंड लॉग केसी आपको अप्लाई करना है. ठीक है, वी हैव टू राइट डाउन इन दैट वे. सो this is the, we can say, standard Gibbs free energy, and we can find out the Kc by applying this formula. This is the relationship between the, we can say, Kc और QC भी आप ले सकते हो. सिंपली QC दे के रखा है तो उस टाइम हम इसको डेल्टा जी को 0 नहीं बोल सकते क्योंकि डेल्टा जी एट द इक्विलिब्रियम इट इज 0. अदरवाइज दिस इज द नॉर्मल फॉर्मूला वी हैव टू अप्लाई. क्लियर? सो नाउ वन इक्वेशन आई एम शोइंग यू. Problem I am showing you. Look at there. A value of delta G naught for the phosphorylation of glucose in glycolysis is 13.8 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so we are coming here about the glycolysis process, and here delta G naught is given to us. What you have to find out? Find the value of Kc. ठीक है, तो delta G naught is coming here 13.8 and delta आपको find out करना है Kc. So just we are finding out what is given to us. Just question number 7.10. What is given to us? Here given है ना, here given. What is given to us? Now first one is delta G naught is given to us 13.8 kilojoule per mole. तो आपको किलोजूल से जूल में कन्वर्ट करना है. 13.8 इंटू 10⁻³ जूल पर मोल. क्लियर नाउ? नेक्स्ट वन वी आर कमिंग कि वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द Kc. We have to find out the Kc. Temperature is given to us 298 Kelvin and nothing is given. Bas, that's all. It is given to us. So now I am applying the formula. तो एट इक्विलिब्रियम Kc आपको फाइंड आउट करना है तो एट इक्विलिब्रियम G नॉट की वैल्यू आपको देके रखा है. तो एट इक्विलिब्रियम व्हाट यू कैन राइट डाउन? एट इक्विलिब्रियम डेल्टा G इक्वल्स टू 0. तो व्हाट यू कैन राइट डाउन है? डेल्टा G नॉट इक्वल्स टू माइनस है ना RT ln Kc. तो इधर माइनस RT 2.303 है ना लॉग Kc. कैन यू राइट डाउन? सो हेट इज कमिंग माइनस R. तो यहाँ पे व्हाट इज डेल्टा G नॉट हेयर? 13.8 इंटू 10⁻³ है ना, और हेयर इट इज़ कमिंग 0.083, बट यहाँ पे आपको जूल में देके रखा है, तो जूल में आपके अप्लाई करना होगा 8.314 है ना। तो अगर जूल में देके रखा है तो उस कंडीशन में आपको, क्योंकि यहाँ पे जूल में देके रखा है आपके G0 जूल पर मोल, तो एट दैट कंडीशन आपको यहाँ पे अप्लाई करना है जो आर की वैल्यू दैट इज 8.314। अगर बार लीटर में आपको अप्लाई देके रखा, बार में देके रखा है बार लीटर में, तो आपको अप्लाई करना है 0.083, ठीक है। और अगर एटमॉस्फेयर है ना, ये आपके पर वी कैन से अबाउट द बार लीटर में अगर है तो उसमें आपको अगर एटमॉस्फेयर में आ जाए तो 0.082, तो ऐसे अगर जैसे जैसे टेम्पर मतलब उसका यूनिट आएगा तो वो आपको देखना पड़ेगा। तो यहाँ पे देखो 8.314 यहाँ पे जूल में है, तो इसलिए दैट्स व्हाई वी आर अप्लाइंग 8.314। टी की वैल्यू कितना है इधर, टी की वैल्यू है 298 केल्विन और उसके साथ 2.303 ओके लॉग केसी। तो केसी का वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा, तो 2.303 log kc equals to is coming here, what is coming here now 5.569 okay। तो log kc equals to what you can get now 5.569 divided by 2.303 and that is coming here 2.303. So it is coming 5.569 by 2.303, it is coming here 2.41. Clear? So last of all what we got, the answer we got here so we got here log kc equals to 2.41. So kc equals to what we can write down, anti-log of 2.41 okay। So anti-log of 2 minus, of course it is coming here minus, this is also coming in minus, all are coming in minus here, this is also coming in minus. So when we have to find out the anti-log of one class, I have to take on the basis of how to find out the log and anti-log. So anti-log of minus 2.41, so we have to take the नियरेस्ट है ना, नियरेस्ट फुल फिगर। जैसे 2.41 की नियरेस्ट कौन है, +3, तो +3 और -3 करना पड़ेगा मुझे, तो 3 -3 - 2.41 okay। So this 10 to the power this one is will be coming as power 10 to the power -3 and बाकी 3.241 that we have to find out the anti-log। तो 3 - 2.41 that is coming here 0.59 okay। So we have to find out the anti-log value of the one table we have to mug up actually। तो anti-log value of 0.60 equal to actually coming here 4 है ना, तो 3.81, so it is coming about the 0. Anti-log value is coming here 59, so anti-log value of 60 is actually 4 है ना, 4 point something 4.0 3.9 actually, तो 3.9 मतलब it is coming about the 4, तो ये 3.9 और थोड़ा सा कम है 0.59, so it is coming about 3.8 into 10 to the power -3, this is the result। So that value no, that we have to mug up, anti-log value or log value, that will give you one table in the next day। So it is coming actually 3.9 है ना, तो 3.9 के थोड़ा सा कम 3.8 ले लिया, 0.59 एक कम है 0.59, इसको मैंने ले लिया 3.8, ठीक है ना। तो दिस इज द वे वी कैन फाइंड आउट द anti-log value and log value without the log table also okay। So this is the actual result and that 7.11 you just go through। Achha, now we are coming for another process that is actually La-Chatelier principle। What is the La-Chatelier principle? Factors affecting the equilibrium। So first you have to come about the La-Chatelier principle here, that is it states that a change in any of the factors, what I am saying, change of any one of the factors that determine the equilibrium conditions of a system will cause the system to change in such a manner so as to reduce or to counteract the effect of the change। Means in a reaction, when the reaction reach to the equilibrium condition, so their pressure, temperature, catalyst and concentration, all the factors are working all the factors are working. So when any one of the factor we are decreasing or increasing, suppose we are increasing the pressure, one example I am saying, we are increasing the pressure, so we have to, means according to La-Chatellier principle, the reaction will direct it in that direction where the pressure is reduced. मतलब प्रेशर आपने इंक्रीज किया तो रिएक्शन को इस डायरेक्शन में प्रोसीड करना है जिसमें प्रेशर विल बी रिड्यूस्ड, तो डेफिनेटली उसमें बैलेंस होगा एंड द अगेन द रिएक्शन विल रीच टू द इक्विलिब्रियम. मान लो एक आपके एग्जाम्पल आपके सामने है, दैट इज हाइड्रोजन एंड आयोडीन. इट इज प्रोड्यूस्ड हाइड्रोजन आयोडाइड. क्लियर? हाइड्रोजन गैस कॉम्बाइन विद आयोडीन एंड इट इज प्रोड्यूसिंग 2HI. So suppose first we are discussing about the effect of concentration change. मतलब if we are increasing the concentration or decreasing the concentration, okay, what will be happen there? So मान लो if H2 is added, इस रिएक्शन में अगर हाइड्रोजन को आपने ऐड किया to the reaction mixture at equilibrium, then the equilibrium of the reaction is disturbed. अभी इक्विलिब्रियम है, अभी आपने हाइड्रोजन ऐड कर दी, रिएक्टेंट ऐड कर दी, तो इक्विलिब्रियम और डिस्टर्ब, इक्विलिब्रियम नहीं रहेगा और द कंडीशन विल नॉट बी इन इक्विलिब्रियम नाउ एंड इट विल बी डिस्टर्ब्ड. So now we have to again make it equilibrium condition. So in order to restore it, the reaction proceed in a direction where H2 is consumed. So in which direction hydrogen will be consumed? In the forward direction, hydrogen will be reacting and it is producing the HI. So if we are adding hydrogen, the reaction will be proceeding in that direction where this addition is actually neutralized or consumed there. So definitely where hydrogen we are adding, iodine we are adding, so definitely it will be going in which direction? Now forward direction. So this is according to La-Chatellier principle. सेकेंड कंडीशन इफ वी आर सेइंग कि अगर QC के बारे में भी हम बोले कि रिएक्शन कोसेंट, तो डेफिनेटली जब हाइड्रोजन को अब ऐड करोगे तो व्हाट इज द रिएक्शन कोसेंट हियर? HI होल स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय H2 एंड I2. तो H2 जब इंक्रीज हो रहा है तो डेफिनेटली इट इज QC इज नाउ कमिंग डिक्रीज्ड. QC क्या हो जाएगा? डिक्रीज हो जाएगा. किससे डिक्रीज होगा? KC से डिक्रीज हो जाएगा. सो व्हेन QC इज लेस देन KC इट विल गो इन फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन टू रीच टू KC, है ना. तो that's why both the condition, if we are finding out by applying KC also you can get QC is coming now less than KC because the lower one is coming here more, है ना. तो it is coming here, denominator is coming here more, so that's why the QC is coming here less, and that's when the QC is less than KC, so definitely the forward reaction will be predicting or forward reaction will be going on, so definitely then QC will reaching to the KC then. Okay, so this is the condition. This is called the La-Chatellier principle. Here concentration you are applying, and one more condition is coming here. So we can see this is given here. QC is being less than KC. The order attain the equilibrium. Again, reaction moves in forward direction. Okay. So in that sense, we are getting the benefit where the product is gas, pura volatile substance, just like the ammonia की manufacture. इट इज, तो अमोनिया की मैन्युफैक्चर में क्या होता है ना, N2 + 3H2 प्रोडक्शन इज कमिंग है 2NH3. तो ये भी गैस है, ये भी गैस है और ये भी गैस है. तो डेफिनेटली इफ वी आर एडिंग द नाइट्रोजन, है ना, तो इट विल बी प्रोसीडिंग इन व्हिच डायरेक्शन? ना फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन. इफ वी रिमूव द अमोनिया, अगर अमोनिया की रिमूव कर दोगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? अगेन द अमोनिया को बैलेंस करने की इक्विलिब्रियम ऑलरेडी डिस्टर्ब्ड अगेन. सो to balance it more and more ammonia should be produced क्योंकि ammonia already removed हो चुके हैं. तो again the forward reaction will be going on. So if we are adding the reactant or we are removing the product, so both the condition the reaction will proceed in forward direction. तो अगर आपको इंडस्ट्रियली अमोनिया की ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन करनी है तो अमोनिया विल बी लिक्विफाइड एंड देन इट इज रिमूव फ्रॉम दैट. गैसियस कंडीशन में तो रिमूव नहीं कर सकते, तो लिक्विफाई करके उसको रिमूव कर दो तो डेफिनेटली मोर एंड मोर अमाउंट ऑफ अमोनिया विल बी प्रोड्यूस्ड. दिस इज द एक्चुअली strategy we are applying there. So it is coming there, ammonia is liquefied and removed from the reaction mixer, so the reaction keeps moving in forward direction. तो more and more ammonia you can get. Similarly, जब कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड प्रोडक्शन होता है किससे? कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट की थर्मल डिकम्पोजिशन से. तो क्या क्या प्रोडक्शन होगा ना, कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट की जब थर्मल डिकम्पोजिशन होगा तो यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा ना, कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड प्लस कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. तो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड जो है गैसियस है, ये सॉलिड है, ये भी सॉलिड है. तो एट दैट कंडीशन कि कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को आप निकाल लो तो डेफिनेटली ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अमाउंट में आपको कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड मिल जाएगा, तो दैट्स वाई, या कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड मिल जाएगा। तो यहाँ पे बोला है कि कांस्टेंट रिमूवल ऑफ CO2 फ्रॉम द क्लीन ड्राइव्स, है ना, मतलब जहाँ पे रिएक्टर जो जिसको बोलते हैं द रिएक्शन टू कंप्लीशन इट शुड बी मतलब then we can get the more and large scale of production of calcium oxide we can get. It should be remembered that continuous removal of a product maintains QC at a value less than Kc. जितना आपने रिमूवल करोगे प्रोडक्ट को या तो एडिशन करोगे किसका, रिएक्टेंट को, ये दोनों कंडीशन है। आइदर आपको एडिशन करना है रिएक्टेंट को और आपको रिमूव करना है प्रोडक्ट को, देन द रिएक्शन विल बी प्रोसीडिंग इन फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन। ओके।